Attention all PulseChain baby dolls. I want to ask you a question. Do you think Richard Hart made the right move by not deploying the Ethereum funds? I want to ask you. I'll share with you my opinion, and I've got a peanut brain, and my opinion means nothing. But clearly, friends, by the fact that the PMI is still low, tells me Richard Hart made the right call. Okay? The PMI is still low. So if Richard deployed all the funds in this period of time, guess what? It would have all been sold down. All of it. There were no new people coming into crypto. So if you were to criticize and say, you're waiting too long, you're waiting too long, I get it. But the fact that it's been 36 months, the PMI is still down at 49, tells me he made the right move. He made the right move. Okay? You want to deploy when you get a multiplier effect. So you spend $1, you get back 3. Right? You spend $1, you get back 2. That is when there's PMIs going up. That's when new people coming into crypto. That's actually what happened in 2021 cycle. Even Hex going up. All right? So I wanted to share that with you. And I even have a chart here for you, friends, of the PumpFun chart, just to show you everything. So like it would have been nice, right? So let's just show the PulseChain logos for friendship and kindness. So everyone can see, wee, PulseChain logos. I know, man, it's not nice. We had like a 4-year altcoin bear market still going. Many people calling for the 50. But isn't it cool, friends? Look, this is why I'm giving you the highest value content in crypto, okay? It is chosen by the people. It is the highest, okay? We've had enough. We've had enough now. It is the highest value content in crypto. I find this alpha. I show it to you. It would have been great back then if we could see the future. Back then when we were like, you know, in 2024. In terms of, hey, I wish there was a project that actually deployed funds so we could see what happens. But you didn't need to. We actually have it. It's called PumpFun, friends. See, look. PumpFun's chart. Friends, they literally, I wrote, BuyBacks wasted $150 million. Do you know that actually they've done more? I think they've bought back maybe like $170 million now. Yeah. Look what happened. They bought it up and now it is literally 25, 30% below ICO. Yeah. It's real. It happened right here. So what's actually going on? Like, friends, everything I told you is what exactly is going on, okay? Everything I told you. You want to spend $1 if you can get higher output. The multiplier effect, okay? It's from basic economics and stuff. We're like, you know, it's also actually what the US Fed and the government do. They like will print $1 of money and they try to get like a big multiplier. That's actually, you know, friends, the very, very first QE, they didn't need to do much. It had a huge multiplier. It was like so juicy. They would print because it's never been done before. They print money and just circulate it straight away. And yeah, I don't know what the exact dollar amount was, but it might have been like every dollar they print, they got like 4 times the output, 1 to 4, something huge. Okay, I don't know what the exact one was, but now, do you want to know how much we've been drained out? Now, I think when they print, it's like $1.20 back. So every dollar they print, you get back like $1.20 or $1.30. But it makes sense for them to keep doing it until you run it down to negative. And then you actually have to like, you're like, uh-oh, how do we kick the can down the road again? That's why I'm telling you, well, the only way to do it is great reset. Right? Literally, the whole currency gets revalued. That's why everybody with gold, holding gold long term, they believe they're just going to revalue the gold eventually at the end. So yeah, they end up having gold, they pay off their debt, and they go, okay, cool. Yeah, but what ends up happening? There's been a transfer of wealth. Okay? Long term, we'll see what happens. But for now, crypto is the future. We do have these buybacks, friends. You see this? The multiplier effect. It didn't work. It didn't work. You wasted. That's why, friends, I've written the word wasted. You look, friends, when you have a treasury, you run the business of acquiring the most amount of coins. Okay? It's not buy. It's you want to get the cheapest amount of coins. You want to get the most amount of supply. So PumpFun, they shouldn't have been doing it this aggressively. They should have done it super slowly. Super slow. Let everybody capitulate out. Yeah. All right. That's what, friends. Look, man, in a nice, perfect world, I would love, you know, hey, get that treasury, pay me, and then I run off, and then everybody else suffers. Everyone wants that. Let's play some angel music. You deserve some angel music. You will get your angel music. Don't forget, we have a Game Boy, and lollipops. Are we having fun? No. Of course not, bro. We've been going down for 4 years across everything in crypto. No, we're not having fun. We got each other. That's what's most important, all right? We have each other. So I just want you to take an honest look, okay? Because the PMI is still below 50, even after 36 months, you can now actually look back in hindsight. Yeah, you can look back and go, oh, the right thing to do was actually not spend the money. The right thing to do is just to keep holding Ethereum. What people will then go is they'll do the mental gymnastics and go, no, the right thing to do was to buy Ethereum at exactly 888, its bottom dollar price, and then like exactly sell the top and drop it. No, friends. You know we're not about that here, about this fake buying and selling stuff out here. It's not about that, right? So every single pump would have been dumped off if it was spent entirely for PulseChain. That's what we would have seen. And, you know, this is, friends, what happened in 2024. This is interesting, yeah. In 2024, this was, you know, in March here, friends, right here. This is why we got so snaked. In March 2024, the Coinbase App Store ranking hit 13. And we had a little Bitcoin dominance drop. And I'm going to show you OTHERS-btc, the monthly chart. Its MACD crossed from red to green for 1 month. It started in March 2024, and ever since then, we went down. So not just PulseChain, but everything went down after that. I'll show that to you shortly. But this is what happened, friends. The SAC funds were buying a bit, and guess what? It all went down. All of it went down. So maybe, friends, he did try buying a bit. I guess he did try buying a bit. He did use it. Just to let you know, reminder, I think he used about $20 million from it. He did there was $14 million in one section, I think $6 million. So $20 million was used up. And guess what ends up happening? Okay. So isn't it nice? You spent about 8%, not even a couple of percentages, like 2 or 3%, just to see, hey, is this working? Everybody rejects and sells it down. Okay, no, you guys got to sell lower. Friends, if I put you in charge, you would have done the same, dude. You have a treasury. You want to stay. If you are the founder of a city, a network, and you're trying to make the world a better place, you want this to stay, you would stay. You would stay and you would be like, okay, people like scavengers, they want this so they can exit. Cool. That tells me if they're so desperate to exit, they can sell 80% lower, which is where we are today, actually. Actually, if you do it, yeah, we're 90% lower. Ouch. 90% lower. I didn't ask for this, all right? I'm suffering with you. I'm just being honest. You know, I'm not here to defend anybody. You know, it's not like Richard's on the line with me and anything. I'm just being completely honest with you, and I'm showing this. We can look back in hindsight and go, wow, the economy didn't actually reverse up. It did not do any of those things. Therefore, hey, he made the right call. He made the right call. So look, I'm not here. Look, we're not here to get spicy or anything. All right, even though I am spicy. That's why we'll do yummy updates here for you. But you know, if people who want to believe, yeah, it's painful, man. But what are our options? You can click out and you can go somewhere else. But you actually find this. Okay, where do you want to go? All right, you know, there's if you look at any other altcoin, you got to go latch on and believe in something too. Yeah, unless you just sell straight into stable coins and get out. And then you're going back to the financial system, which obviously was not looking out for you. That's why you're here in crypto in the first place. You're here because you're getting robbed in the financial system, man. All of us are. They're not paying you enough money. They're printing a lot. They give it to the cronies. You know, the Cantillon effect. The insiders, they get the money first. They print the money. They print the currency. They get it first. They go buy the assets. You are left behind. Everything gets pushed up. And they hand you maybe your, you know, $2,000 stimulus candy check. And then that gets run out. The system does not work for you and me, friends. That's why we built crypto in the first place. We got to remove the middlemen. There's so many middlemen. They print money and all the middlemen in the middle, they grab the currencies and they go buy it for themselves. They get the cheaper loans. We don't get that. We never get that. Crypto, the world's becoming more digital. More digital. The US debt is going to keep going up. Everybody needs blue pill cuck life. They're paying off the debt, man. Also, look what happened in March. Remember, friends, I told you that March 2024. Look at this right here. March 2024, man. Talk about a fake out. Friends, this pissed me off so much. we literally flipped green for 1 month. I remember we literally thought, oh my gosh, okay, the bear market's over. Finally, MACD on the monthly chart for OTHERS-btc has finally flipped green, and then it went back down red again. Oh my gosh. Can you believe it? The event has literally been 20 months later. By the way, you know this chart correlates to PMI. I've shown you. OTHERS-btc and ETH-btc, they have the same PMI, which shows you that Russell 2000, Ethereum, altcoins, that we move up and down with Main Street, with, yes, the business cycle as well, okay? But here we are again. Look how close we are. We're about to flip green. Whoa. So like Dikembe, we're going to flip green. What happened last time, friends? Just to show you. Hex was launched here. Then Hex was launched deck 2019, and then we all went up, okay? So we had DeFi season here, peak. Alt season wave 1 peak here. Alt season wave 2 peak here, okay? And look, it flipped green right there, right? So I'll just show it to you again. When we flipped green, OTHERS-btc, yeah, man, things started turning up good. Is it going to happen again? Hey, man, like, you know, friends, they're stopping QT, which is what we have now. You know, friends, altcoins have been dead for so long. We're like ready to go up, and like, you know, we're being ready to go up, and they haven't even stopped QT, but maybe the market's just pricing it in, whatever. So you put all of that together. Looking at the PumpFun token, $150 million inserted, dump back down. Looking at the business cycle, looking at everything else, we did not get that positive multiplier effect on dollars spent. So the right thing to do is what Richard did, which is not spending the stack. All right. And personally, me, I would rather have the Ethereum in a treasury in full for when it finally does manage to get to 8,400 and reach 1 trillion valuation. Yeah. But that's me. Yeah. I like, look, hey, right now, you know, there's not enough for everyone, and Ethereum's low. That's just all of crypto, thin liquidity. Like I say, many people want out, pain and agony. They would rather just get deployed so they can get out. Okay, dude, but you know, you're like one person. You know, like the world's not going to stop for you. Right? The world is not going to just stop for you. There's a community here that still believes. We're all believers. We're all in this together. It's a believer's cycle. I guess we just have to lock in for longer, you know. Obviously, I didn't want to lock in for this long. None of us did, but we are here. It's tested you, right? It really has. Let me know what you think, friends, as well. This green OTHERS-btc chart on the MACD flipping around. We're looking at Bitcoin dominance. It's like, it's telling us, hey, believers, your price is so low, but the trend's actually, if it continues your way, the trend actually looks like it's going to be in our favor. And you know, friends, Richard, he made this tweet, right? Imagine if someone came up with a solution to on-ramp or off-ramp to all chains, removes middlemen, replaces trust with maths, great tokenomics, figures out a way to get people to use a better chain, gives something people new instead of same similar stuff over again. Imagine it could replace with trust with proof in all kinds of industries. You'd have to be dumb to shun such an idea. So, you know, I even mentioned here, you know, crypto prices down, PulseChain community still building. Yeah. You get to see it. And you know, friends, there isn't like this magical community that's like still making new highs and beaming through the world where like, you know, you just rotate in and everything's amazing. It isn't. You know, Zcash already did its 20x. Already did its 20x back to 2017 highs. So our conclusion, right? Made the right call. I guess we have to believe a little longer and lock in. Like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you soon.